Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdullah Faliq. I will be your host this evening. Welcome to this evening's event, discussion and a report launch on mainstreaming hate, how the right exploits the crisis to divide us. It's a new report, a recent report by the Institute of Race Relations. The authors are here, Liz and Sophia. They'll talk more about the report a bit later on. But very quickly about myself, I'm the president of the European Network on Religion and Belief. I'm a trustee at this mosque here also, which is one of the oldest and the largest mosques in Western Europe. I'm also the managing director of the Cordoba Foundation. This evening's event is really to learn a bit more about the report itself, where our two esteemed guests will speak about the report, give us some of the highlights, but also to share our experiences across the country in light of the recent far-right violence and the threat, and how we can continue the conversation afterwards. So before I go into introducing the speakers, I'll just make some quick announcements. This event is being filmed and photographed, so please be aware. It's been streamed on the YouTube of the Cordoba Foundation YouTube channel, and it's probably linked to some of the other partner organizations. So this event is jointly organized by the Civil Society Consulting, the main organizers, in partnership with the European Network on Religion and Belief, INOB, and the Institute of Race Relations, the authors of the report. 32 Steps program, which my colleague here, Mark, will talk a bit more about later on, and the Cordoba Foundation. So it's a joint endeavor.
Thank you very much, Abdullah, for that welcome and for that context as well. I mean, I think that certainly at Civil Society Consulting, and I've also been part-time director at the European Network on Religion and Belief, the rise of the far right across Europe, but clearly in this country as well, is something that really concerns us greatly. And when we saw the report at Civil Society, we saw the report from the IRR, we thought, we need to discuss this report. It needs to be part of a wider dialogue as part of our 32 Steps to Togetherness project. And I think we were looking to do this event tonight, thinking it was going to be before the election, if you might recall. Clearly it's been after the election, but it's been after the horrendous racist riots that we saw just a month ago, which a lot of the report prefigures, really. I mean, on a positive note, from our perspective, is that we are leading on a project called 32 Steps to Togetherness. We've got some of the catchphrases here. We put the information in front of you today as a progress report, but also a summary of what these steps are and what we think individuals, organisations, communities can do. And we've been working on that project now for a year. With a lot of different partners that are in this room, actually. With ENAR, European Network Against Racism, we were party to some work with them just over a year ago, and we've really rolled out some really quite exciting initiatives across England in a kind of hotspot approach. And this work is trying to bring civil society, faith-inspired leaders together to see what we can do to address the divisions that we see in front of us. And I just wanted to add to that, because it will be something I'm sure we'll be discussing today, because a lot of our work has been underpinned by the huge growth in loneliness that we see in our society and the isolation that some communities then experience in response to that.